Hey guys, my name is William Jones, and we're going to be going over Google My Business SEO, Google Maps SEO. Chris Palmer will be joining us here shortly. So go ahead and get your question in. If you have questions regarding Google Maps SEO, Google My Business SEO, make sure to get your questions in so we can answer those tonight for you. Okay. Make sure to get them in. Chris, my man, will be here very shortly, and then we'll get started officially. We'd like to go on. We'll talk about SEO for as long as the day is up. But go ahead and start dropping your question in, and we'll answer them. Good evening for anybody. It's night on this side of the world. Good morning for anybody on the United States side of the world, because I know we got tons of them. Hi there, Simon. Nice to meet you, Simon Hogbin. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to turn on the bell notifications. That way you're notified anytime we go live. All right. But we're going to be going over Google Maps SEO. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't commented, I'm actually putting out a lot of content, a lot of videos as of late. If you want any of my free standard operating procedures, make sure you comment on the appropriate videos, and I will get those free standard operating procedure videos over to you as well. And, we like to help the people out. Anything from how to get more reviews to how to write location pages. I got tons and tons and tons of comments and videos coming out. If you don't see something and you would like to see me do a video of it, whether that be citations, how to structure a website, how to mirror a website, or hack or tip, if there are things you want to see me do, just make sure to comment or email me, and I will do that for you as well. You can also submit a ticket at rankfortress.com at support and submit it to William and just say, hey, can you make a video on? And whatever you want me to make a video on, you just tell me and I will handle it and I will make a video. Generally speaking, there's pretty much not anything I won't make a video on. If it's black hat, I'll just tell people, just educational purposes only. But we will pretty much teach almost anything. But just drop a comment and put in your questions. And if I haven't made a video on it, I'll make a video on it, whether it's pin drops or whatever. Jose Lopez, nice to meet you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. You're asking, I have a suspended lead generation or rank and rent site. Is there a way to recover it if you didn't have any documents? So there are a couple of websites you can actually go to generate, for educational purposes only, of course, documents to support the fact that that business does exist at that location or does exist at the location that your GMB says it's located at. Your GMB and your documentation must match. In other words, if your GMB has one address, it better have the same address whenever you go to submit documentation, okay? Let's see here. But get your questions, keep dropping them, and we'll keep answering them. Chris Palmer usually comes in kind of late, a little bit late every now and then. He's a daddy, so he's got to take his son to school half the time. But drop your questions in, and we'll answer them, and we will get it to you. Let's see. Any questions? Keep them coming. Simon Hogbin. All right. I've seen a lot of discussion about whether description, service, product content actually helps GMB ranking. I believe it does, but what's my view? Well, the only discussion that I've seen was around a specific article, which I believe was on White or either Bright Local or something. The problem with, I believe it was White Spark, but the problem with most of these people, they are what I call armchair SEOs. They're not people down in the trenches actually doing tests and testing to see what actually works versus what doesn't work, okay? So keep that in mind anytime you're listening to any of these so-called tests. Most of the time, these people come out with these tests. They're actually not, if you will, in the trenches, actually doing GMB or Google My Business work. Unlike someone like me or Chris Palmer or Holly Starks or whoever that are actually out there doing work on a Google My Business listing day in and day out. For me, I can tell you the name matters, local, the geolocation, the descriptions matter, the products matter, the services matter, the GMB posting, what you're doing with GMB posting, the volume of traffic that you may or may not have coming into that GMB or putting towards the GMB assets will matter. So for me, Simon, they're definitely going to matter. And that's not just me saying it matters. It actually means I've tested it, and we do these things on a daily basis for, thousands of people. So it's not a matter of just going, oh, it doesn't work. Well, prove it to me. If you ask any of these people to prove that it doesn't work to you, there's no proof that it doesn't work. It's just their opinion. You're welcome, Simon. I appreciate it, buddy. Anybody else got any questions? You got me here. It's a Q&A. If Chris pops in, great. If he doesn't pop in, we'll keep going. But sometimes things come up. But generally speaking, if he can help it, he'll be here. I have a client or a dentist that bought the business, and every time you change the GMB, it's auto suspended. So first things first, I'd ask you, okay, what information about the business is he trying to change? That's the first part. And then has he changed that information anywhere else first before trying to change it on the GMB? Such as he probably has citations, I would imagine, or other places where his business is listed. And has he changed that anywhere else? You have 2 listings that I had to change the business name. Yeah, that's Lopez or Jose. So yeah, same suite, same building, just different business name. So different business name, same suite, or same suite, same building. Well, that's going to be your problem right there. You're trying to change the GMB listing, same suite, same building, but different business name. That's going to be a problem. Jose says, I don't have logins for citations. How can I go about updating citations? So in that case, it's going to have to be manual. You're going to have to manually clear or clean your citations. The ones you don't have access to, you're unfortunately not going to be able to do nothing about, but you're going to try to do the most you can. Then other than that, what you're going to have to do is then you'll build out new citations for your location as well. Turn on AC, excuse me. That happens many times. That's why I tell my clients, agencies, and business owners all the time, make sure you get your citations as a spreadsheet with the username, with the password. It's a must. It's not a maybe not. It has to happen. If it doesn't happen, it will be a problem. So keep the questions coming and we'll keep them going. We'll be here for at least an hour. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. We'll be here. If you got video ideas and videos you want me to do, just make sure to drop them in as well. And I'll make sure we do them this upcoming week as well. What I generally do is any ideas anybody tells me about during the week, I will do those the following week. Okay, whether that be a Google My Business audit, website audit, how to do pin drops, how to get something out of suspension, etc. Who do I recommend for citations and cleanup? I mean, if you email me at im@rankfortress.com, im@rankfortress.com, I will put you in connection with who I recommend for that. Simon Hogbin, I know getting traffic onto a GMB is important for rankings, but any thoughts on whether pointing backlinks to a GMB CID is a good idea or not? Used to be one of the biggest things that people did, sending traffic, or not just traffic, but backlinks to a CID. It's not something I do or utilize anymore. I have found that it is less effective than it used to be. So that's the only reason I stopped doing it, but not that it's a waste of time. Don't take that to the bank. It's just I've found it less and less effective. When I find things being less effective, I stop using them as much. You're welcome, Jose. And I'll put my email in here for you. It's IM@rankfortress.com. So if you guys have any ideas or for videos or questions, you can put them in there, and I will make sure to get those videos done this upcoming week for you. And like I said, I'm constantly doing videos, so you mainly want to go on the YouTube channel, look at the videos I've done, and inside those videos, I'm always going to give away a spreadsheet or an SOP or standard operating procedure on each video. As long as you comment and like on the video, I give away standard operating procedure for whatever I discussed in the video, whether they be location pages, content, whatever it is. I'm going to give you a way to do it. Okay. I'm going to give you step by step instructions. I did a few today, one of which is how to get ranked on YouTube. It's a YouTube checklist. It's the one I use for every single one of my YouTube videos. And it covers everything from setting up your channel to, if you will, how to create engagement, CTR, and running traffic and backlinks and etc. So there's multiple ways in which I get a video ranked. So if you follow that checklist, you can start ranking on Google as well as YouTube. All right. Facebook user says, do you find that local contributor accounts help change your edits quicker in GMB accounts? Yes. So if you want an edit done, I don't ever really suggest doing it most of the time from the back end. What I'll generally do is I'll have someone come in and do the edit from a local guide account from that specific area. So you don't want just a local guide account. You want it from that specific area. Okay. So let's say I'm in Kentucky and I'm in and I want my edits to go through. I will use a local guide or someone from that area to suggest the edits and hopefully get them pushed through. And generally that works a lot faster. All right. Remember, ask your questions below. We'll get you in and we'll get those questions answered for you. Today is just kind of a Q&A. You ask whatever you want and I'll answer it for you. Okay. Facebook user says, quick question about content. Jarvis is great. Do you have someone to edit the content or maybe rewrite parts of it? So what you want to do is you use Jarvis. Jarvis does, do a good job. But even after that, I tend to take it and then I put it through my content writers. We'll double check it. And then we put it through Copyscape and we also put it through Grammarly to check plagiarism. Simon Hogbin, I used to geotag images being uploaded to the GMB, but I gather Google just strips out the file name, XF data anyway. Is this just a waste of time? No, it is not a waste of time. So think of it this way, okay? I'm not going to say whether it's a waste of time for Google My Business. I would tell you this. If Google's stripping it, they're putting it somewhere. I don't know where they're putting it, but I'm just going to say if they're stripping it, where are they putting it? Number two, if you're putting latitude, longitude, XF data information, file name, all descriptions, titles, all that stuff in there, keywords, etc. If you upload it, matter of fact, I did a video on this week for WordPress specifically. If you actually are uploading it onto one of your own assets or one of your own websites, or let's say one of your own Web 20s or a press release or anything of that nature, that information is actually being stored on your website and does get uploaded as long as you modify and you make the right images for those images prior to uploading them. In other words, what I mean, prior to uploading them, you don't want to just upload something, right? You want to optimize it, make sure it's the right size, everything before you upload it. Okay. Most of the time, people just upload shit and that's it. They don't do anything else. So let's see. So that'd be my answer for you, Simon. No, it's not a waste of time. Specifically to the GMB, I say if you're going to do it to your website, why not do it to GMB as well? But I understand the stripping aspect of it. Any more questions? Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Chris might have something that came up because last night he messaged me and said, hey, are you online? And I haven't heard from him today, which is unusual. So he might have had something come up. So let's see here. Yes, I get the point on it working for websites, etc. Might as well optimize all the images and upload them in the same set to the website, GMB, etc. Yeah, that's my point. It's like if you're going to optimize your images, which you should be doing anyways, and you're going to upload them to every place else, you might as well do it to your GMB as well. Why create double work? I mean, are you going to not optimize the images that you upload to GMB, then optimize them and put them somewhere else? No, I just optimize them and put them up across the board. Keep your questions coming. As long as these questions are coming in, I will be here. Even if my main man, Chris Palmer's not here yet, we will keep going and keep pushing. Okay, as long as y'all are asking questions, I'll be here answering the questions. So keep questions coming and we'll keep on answering them. Humming. What you guys want? Yeah, they sent samples today, but it's not right. You see, it says rank 1 without being held. Google, not hostage. They were samples. Thank you. Just put them right there, please. Thank you. My beautiful came in here, so had to get that. Let's see here. Let's see. Ask some questions. I'll be here answering them. Okay, guys? Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Sorry to keep asking questions. Lopez says he'll email me. Great. I love it. Simon, don't be ashamed to ask questions. I appreciate the questions. All right. Sorry to keep asking questions, but here's another about images. Do you think there's any harm in adding 100 to 200 images at once? I would say it's unnatural. I would drip feed them over time, and then I would also drip feed them from location. Okay. So that's just me, but you know, I'm not going to do it any other way. Let's see here. David, are there any benefits from embedding? Well, a lot. All right. Here we go. And I'll answer that one in a second, Facebook user. David, are there any benefits of embedding or linking to driving directions within maps? Yes. And we do it all the time. It's one of my things I do on my location pages. If you've ever watched my channel and we talk about location pages a lot, I have a very specific way in which I do my location pages. Okay. And that's one of the tactics I use. All right. So Facebook user says, I've experienced WordPress stripping the XF as well. So you need to go through and watch the video I did specifically on that, because if your WordPress is stripping it, it's because of a plugin that you probably have on the website. And then number two, have you optimized the sizing, etc., before uploading it? Okay. The hack is to actually resize the images before you upload them. Okay. Before you upload them. Now, that being said, if you have not done that, let's say you get a website already created, the next step would be, and I mentioned this in the video as well, is to download all those images, all your libraries of all those images, optimize them, okay, create all the XF data, latitude, longitude, all that information, and then re-upload them and override the images and save them over the images that are already there. Mike says, hi, William, I'm missing products. And they said they don't have a manual option to add these. It always depends. I mean, depends on your location. It depends on your GMB sometimes. You never know. Okay, so this depends on the GMB. I mean, sometimes you'll have it, sometimes you won't. Depends on the category sometimes. Okay. Let's see here real quick. Yep, when starting a brand new site, Facebook user, when starting a brand new site, do you have a benchmark of number of pages, number of words, number of citations? So I want at least 1,500 words per page. I generally base it based upon the competition. What do they have versus, what we may or okay. A lot of people will just Hey guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Lost internet. It came back. So get your questions in here. Get your questions in here. Hey, Simon. Here whenever y'all are ready. Okay, here we go. David Edwards, thumbs up. Simon Hogsman, any thoughts about how to best manage client access to their GMBs? I worry about having an issue with my Gmail, one suspension having an effect on other GMBs. I use separate for one, if it's a client, they should have given you just manager access. It shouldn't be affecting everything else. If you have multiples access to the same GMB, sometimes it can, but I've never had that issue. And we deal with a lot of them. Let's see here. They are totally identical GMBs with only different location. From 4 GMBs, I have products and service in only one. Yeah, that's unusual. I'd have to see it. This is great. Appreciate that. Simon, hi again. Check the YouTube comments. Which YouTube comments? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one are you talking about? Let me go to comments and check your comments. Your channel. Let's go to YouTube Studio, check comments. I'll check comments. I mean, you want me to check comments right now? I'll check them. Awesome information, great. Thank you for the info. Thanks for the send this up. What an awesome way to get reviews. Great sound and okay. I mean, what do you want me to check? So, the Endurance Factory and Fitness. When setting up a second GMB for a service area business to extend proximity, have a physical address to verify with, how should I name it? I personally would I name it according to the keyword plus the locations, what I normally do. Jeff, to me, you can have as many as how many GMBs can you have in different niches? As many as you want. I mean, I personally do a lot of different things. I mean, technically speaking, you're only supposed to have one per business if you're abiding by the Google Terms of Services. Chris just wrote me he actually overslept. Okay, I think he's coming in here. And then the Endurance Company, Sorry, got to log in as myself, not as my business. That is correct. Correct. He needs a Red Bull to be ready to roll. Yeah, my internet's acting up anyway, so I'll have to probably restart this later. But right now I'm on Wi-Fi, so we're pretty good.
I think we're looking pretty good there. How's that looking? Looks good.
It's looking good.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, my internet's been cutting in and out. So for whatever reason, my LAN is not working.
Uh-oh.
So I'm on Wi-Fi. I lost it about 30 minutes into it. And I was like, Chris either had an emergency or something.
Or sleeping yeah.
And your video right now shows that you're live. You've been live since like 5 a.m. And I was like, Chris is up to something.
4:32. Yeah, I was up working. And I was like, hey, I want to curate a video. I hurried up and made like a stack of videos that were like pretty much similar to the same. Asked people for the questions because I know we're gearing up for that 100 videos. So I was like, ask me a bunch of questions here. I'll play these videos. And then I went to bed. And then I was like, I don't know.
Holly was talking about doing it, the 100 video thing, and then she got the news. So her mother-in-law will be at the house for hospice for the next 2 months or something. So the 100 video thing is probably going to be put off till January. So it gives us some time.
I was gonna wait and see what everything happened and see where the questions were gonna gather. And what I was gonna do is I was gonna come on and say these guys are gonna do 100 and 100. I said I'm gonna do 100 in a day. And I was just gonna sit and just keep doing them because once all the questions came in, that was my plan. Get all the questions and say, hey, they're gonna do 100 and 100. I'm gonna do 100.
Oh my god,
that was my goal.
That's really, bro.
That's really what I was like. I was plotting. That's another reason why I had those people. Like I was asking nicely, please put the questions in. So I was just gonna start cranking them. Just stream it and then
I noticed that. I was like, he started asking about questions at the end now, huh?
Yeah, dude. I took that from you too. Like, dude, I even started asking in the in the comments, like, hey, this is a great question. Here's the answer. I'm glad I could help you. Do you have any other questions? Is there anything I could help you with? I'm like, I'm trying to go out of my way.
Yeah, I've also started doing the ask for your standard operating procedure at the end, spreadsheet at the end, and I give every video is associated with an SOP or an outline. So if they comment, they get it. If they don't comment, they don't get it.
Hey, that's an
like I just did a video today, like one video I did today, and I mean for the most part, like this one's brand new. Where are you at? It's only had quote unquote 40 views so far, but it's got 80 comments.
Nice. That's really good.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. That's another one I'm going for, but I do that a lot now as of late, geotagging photos. You'll get my geotagging list, and that one had 28 comments and 286 views.
That's awesome.
And every one of them are, double response. Usually I make they make a comment, I make a question, and then come back in again and stack it up.
I think that's even better engagement. Wouldn't you think? It seems a little bit better. Yeah.
I just know I get it's definitely working for me. I mean,
definitely effective. I love it. Plus it helps. It helps it helps anybody that's watching and could benefit. So it's good all the way around. Can't hurt. I know that. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been busy, kind of.
Let's see. Jeff says Chris needs a Red Bull to get ready to roll.
Dude, it's already begun.
Welcome,
I'm getting to
Chris.
that point. That happened to me before, and I got rid of a whole bunch of like clients, and I started doing things a little bit differently. I think that's what I'm going to do again in my life. Just switch up the flow.
Yeah.
I there's no reason why like, dude, it's madness. There's no reason why I'm up every single day for so many hours, like doing all this freaking work, dude. This is just, I'm not
It's a lot.
I'm not happy.
You gotta be happy. If you're not happy, it's not any fun, bro.
No, man. Like I have to be, I think I just need to shave off maybe 2, and then I'll be back in that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like whenever I do my the course and classes, I'll do that for about 6 weeks, and then I take a month off, and then I'll come back and do it for like another 6 to 8 weeks, and then I'll take another month off. But when I take a month off, I really don't take a month off. Everybody says you're still working. I'm still doing videos. I'm still studying. I'm still helping people.
Oh yeah, that's no matter what. I mean, I'm never. I mean, there's. I don't know what the off is, and 2, a slightly different workload. Really 2. I think I need to hire another plate holder. Like as the plates start
more plate holders, you can get more done with more people.
These. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
yep.
The boys come in and I'm like, here's a new SOP. I need this SOP. Put that SOP of mine together. Put this one together. Put this one together. Like I got another list today. What was it? It was niche review sites. So niche review sites and putting that all together in a spreadsheet. So just same thing we did with the other stuff with citations. What's the best way to determine the level of competition for a GMB?
Something that a lot of people don't do, literally go and take a look at the SERP. Take your top 10 keywords and just go take a look. Who's there? What's currently there? What's the volatility that's there? Is there any movement? Are the guys that have been there, are they there for a long time? Like the top 3s, top 5s? I literally taking a look and doing multiple searches for multiple variations of the keyword. So keyword in town, keyword town, keyword partial town, the same wheel while looking. I think that's the best way
looking
to
at
determine
your competition. Jeff, there we go. The energy drink. Yep.
Gotta have that.
Jason's 100 videos challenge. Let's go. He's like, damn it. Now we got to do 200 in a day.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that shit. It's like Chris breaks out 100 in a day. I'm sorry. We like, I'm not worthy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I would do it course style, like training program style. Just let it run. And then just break it up as I went. Like, okay, question 1. Okay, title, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I was noticing when you were doing that little, thing today. I was like, at first I was watching, I was like, oh man, he's been doing this for a while. Then I see him, like, wait a minute, he's got another shirt on. This motherfucker, what did he do here? And I was like, this is not like his normal videos. Where's the notepad at? I don't see the notepad.
No,
and then I was like, he just stuck them all together and basically edited a bunch of them and went, whack.
Yep.
Put them all together. So
I stacked them on topic. And yeah, that was exactly it. I wanted to, that's pretty much about it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was good though. I was just like, watching. It's like, how in the hell is he live right now? It's like there's no way he's live.
I was snoozing up till when I opened my eyes, Like the alarm went off and I was up and I was like, oh, next thing you know, I woke up and I'm like, damn, 8:32. I'm like, shit. I messaged him like, you go online? Yes. All right, I'm coming.
Yeah, just when you did that, my internet had went down. So right now I'm like on Wi-Fi. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to go shut my entire internet down, reboot it, and see what the hell's wrong with it.
My little guy was sick yesterday, and
yeah, I heard him in one of the videos. Says, Dad, Dad, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely a recording.
That's my guy. Yeah, him and I we're besties, you know.
Darren Marin, yo.
What's up,
yo,
Darren? Good to see you.
SEO depression is real.
Yes.
I was just talking to him today about this too. So he's like, how do you stay happy and motivated and stuff?
Oh,
and because I told him, he's like, he was reading something and he said, I know where you got this from. I said, yeah, but actually my mentor is the one that taught me that. And he probably read it from that book. I said, I had a mentor when I went through a real depressed time before. He literally kicked me out of his house in my worst of my worst and kicked me out. He's the best thing he could have ever done for me. So.
And then you had to really think like, man, I need to reevaluate.
My life got together very fast, very quick. So,
well, and two, I don't know about you, but I'll get blinded by the right now grab, right? And I'll try gimme, right, as much as I can, instead of. Sometimes you lose vision of big picture. Sometimes you have to take 2 steps back to see what's so far ahead, right? So sometimes I'll get caught up and I'm trying to grab whatever I can instead of like, oh, stick to the plan. Like this isn't, A
lot of times people just take on too much work, especially when you're first starting out, because they need the work. So.
Yeah, and two, sure, absolutely, and two, and the numbers are getting up there too sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
More work, more money. Then you think it's all about the money, and then it's not about the money, and then you find out I'm actually happier when I was doing less money. Stuff like that. But let's see here. Karen. Hi, William. Hi, Chris. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
And Simon. Hi there, Chris.
Hi, Simon.
Jeff, here's my question again. If postcard doesn't come, what's the next step?
Postcard doesn't come? Well, I think that is dependent upon, are you actually in the location? Do you really want it to come? So it depends on, is it a real business, and do you really want it to come? Because if that's the case, then I would just resubmit for it again. And then if you're trying to trigger something else, I would give it another few days as soon as you submit it, and then try to submit again. And it should trigger video for you. So I think it depends on your goals. Are you an actual business? Like, what are you doing? But generally, just keep resubmitting. But if you wait 10 days and it's not there, I go and ask again.
Yeah. That's what I told this guy right here. Rank and Rent, just Jason, good buddy of mine. SEO sounds glamorous until you realize it's hours and hours of lonely screen time. The big picture shit is key. I agree, Chris. Or when I first started, quote unquote, SEO, the guy, that got me back into it or whatever, starting my agency back up. I told him straight up, well, I didn't want to run an agency because running an agency is a pain in your ass, because you're dealing with a lot of clients, and having to do a lot of work, and didn't want to do that, and then kind of got thrown back into it. Now, even now, I've pulled away more, for, as example, answering emails. And I have, I'll have out of 300 people, I'll have 1 or 2 people say, well, you're not as personable anymore because I can't get a hold of you via email. But the problem is, if I answer 300 emails in a day, I'll never get nothing done. So I've literally had to go. My last thing I did was I gave one of my managers, said, here's my email. You answer it unless it's something I absolutely must answer. Y'all can handle it. And have them do that. So that's been key for me too. So
well, that's for sure.
Jeff done that. Yep. So you've done that. You haven't had a video call. I can almost guarantee you that, Jeff, because I know you.
Yeah,
I know Jeff, so he's not the technically savvy person. So email, he might not even have gotten because he gets a shit ton of email like me. It's likely you miss it. Video conferencing, asking for support, etc. Stuff like that.
And you can go in there and slightly modify where the pin is inside of info. Sometimes that'll trigger it faster.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Jason, Chris, how do you go about setting goals for your agency or your client work?
Well, it depends on what the target is. So the KPI. So it depends on what the KPI is. Like which goal? Like monetary goals, keyword goals, traffic goals. I think
he might even have meant, maybe I'm wrong. I think he might have meant as far as you personally, how do you say Chris Palmer wants to have this many clients, or Chris Palmer wants to make this a certain amount of money in a month? Because he's actually just really he's done rank and rent for a very long time, but he's never really done agency work. And I've been trying to talk to him about doing agency work and helping him do agency work too. But, he's kind of like, what goals? He wants to try. He's in this position of trying to figure out what is his why and how does he set goals for himself and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think early on it was determining what do I need. Like what exactly do I need and how many will it take me to get there? That was the initial goal. Then once that is reached, then you're like, okay, what would be nice? I think that was it.
What you need versus what's nice.
Yeah. Like I think, what is it exactly do I need plus be very comfortable? That would be my number one first goal, which it was my very number one first goal. Then it was, okay, what would be really nice?
Goals for your agency. I mean, monetary goals, when to take on clients and when to shut it off.
Well, that's easy. That's dependent upon the client and the budget. And also too, at first I used to take anybody and everybody. I think I forget who said it, but they used to have a mirror test. And if the mirror would fog up, do you remember that? I don't know who came up. If it fogged up, I would take them. So pretty much anybody. I think now it's more so, are they in position? Are they in the position for them to be fruitful? Sometimes I'll take ultra competitive stuff where I know it's going to be a long shot and I'll still take them on if the budget's right. But I think I'd be looking for surefire bets and stick within my wheel well and make sure I'm just comfortable enough, especially at first, to make sure the deliverable can go through. Because in the early stages, you can't 2 or 3 guys talking illy about results could be, man, you don't think, but it's actually a really small little playing field. Word travels very quickly. It's an interesting thing.
Let's see here. C. Brown, I have a GMB that's in the 3-pack, but seems to slip out for certain keywords. Is there a way to correct this?
Seems to slip out of certain keywords. Is there a way to correct this? Well, that's been a talk of quite a few people. And I think, people that have been doing it for a long time have realized that there is volatility. And when you go and search this time, it might be this. When you search this time, it might be that. When you search again, it might be this. I think that's normal. I think for the majority of the time, though, if you did 10 searches in a row and you look, what's the majority of the time? Where is it at? That's your score. That's where you're ranking. That's where you actually are. So as far as that 3-pack, it seems to slip out of certain keywords. Is there a way to correct this? No, you're optimized for what? You're getting traffic for what? You're getting clicks for what? Sometimes you're going to come in and out. That's very, very normal. It's very, very normal.
Seems normal. It's not going to be normal if you just stay there.
Yeah, you're going to see movement.
You
Usually
gotta
we
see
want to see movement up. You know, you're sitting in the 3-pack or you're sitting in number 1 in the 3-pack, you go to 3, you're like, oh no.
Yeah,
No.
that would be like,
Now, if I'm in the 3-pack and I drop to 10,
yeah, that's
now
something
I'd
totally
be saying,
different.
oh, something's going on. But if I'm bouncing it in and out slightly and I just got there, that's normal. It's just time and authority. Plus, everybody's trying to, you know, they're like crabs, like trying to, oh, let me get up there. Oh, come on. Everybody's doing stuff. And then who knows, like the guy below you could be sending you freaking links and dirty traffic and like going to like tell on you and dropping pins on you. And like who knows what's going on? There's like a million people.
I literally right now I have someone in Google working on it, but I literally have had my GMB taken down twice in this past 30 days.
Yeah, it's obscene.
And I literally have 3 other GMBs just because of this shit. Just in case one of them go down, I have a backup. So
yeah, it's really ridiculous.
It's stupid. And I've gotten the point. I was like, and you wonder why big time agencies or bigger SEOs or whatever don't have GMBs. It's a lot of times because people just come after your ass, you know. And there's no way to quote unquote make it fortified to the point that it will never, ever, 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 ever come down. I submitted my information on one of them. They have all the information. They know we're legit, and it went back up, and 2 weeks later goes back down. So, I mean,
or you're trying to give back, right, and show things and show talent and work. Because at the end of the day, it's top of the funnel. Trying to showcase skill set to acquire new customers, right? That's why we're all here.
Yep.
And then you finally get somebody that says, okay, you show them, and then you go in and you're getting, 1,200 server requests to get in or whatever. Yep. Like then you go out of your way to actually show something, and then you have these dills go back in there and you know what I mean? Trying to give you a headache or outreach into them or sending them emails saying, oh, this and that. It's an interesting, man.
It's annoying a lot of times. That's why I told you, I said, me talking to you and Holly is what keeps my feet on the ground. Cause I've been like, listen, bitch, if I was in the States, your ass would be in trouble.
And then you start to think like, don't you have
a wife?
Like, why are you just me? I'm just a guy. I'm just just
me, guy. Dude. Leave me alone.
Like I'm such a small pimple in the face of this world. Like,
apparently not. Apparently, some people are just. That's just whatever.
Wild,
let's see.
But you know
Karen.
what I mean.
Oh, well, I know exactly what you mean. I deal with it every day almost.
It's like you can't win.
This past 3 days have been kind of quiet, but I'm expecting any minute now. Karen got a question about extracting pics. Are y'all able to still do multi-photo downloads from sites like freeimages.com? I cannot anymore. There's a plugin. I forget what it is, but Karen, if you write me, because you're one of our students, I'll give you the plugin that we use to do it, because we use it all the time. Adam, afternoon, gents.
Hello, Adam.
Jeff, have you bothered to play with Bing? Yes. The new site that I launched, but you'll like this one. The new site that I launched a week ago now is ranking for about 40 different terms.
Nice.
And one of which is white label SEO services on Yahoo and Bing.
Excellent.
And it's on page 1 already in the top 3-pack.
That's
3
awesome.
at least.
That's
and then I have a lot of terms already pulling up in Google. So,
well, and I know a certain guy that might have loaded in 40, 50,000 words, so I don't know. That's pretty good. Building authority in a particular space. I get some local clients that have relatively small client, they have small websites. Their competitions have small websites. And I'm like, hey, you have a big win here. Let's bulk out these services. Let's bulk out these locations. Like, why build a blog when we can only have?
That's what I tell them all the time too. Is that if you bulk it out, I said I was talking to someone, said it's not that I don't believe that you have to do backlinks. I just don't think it's necessary sometimes.
Sometimes it's really not.
But sometimes you do need to. I said, but what I generally try to do is the structure, then the content. Like on that site, I'm dropping 50,000 words of content every month the next 6 months. And 6 months, you have 300, whatever thousand words of content, and then you'll dominate the area. And then after I get that done, then I'll go, all right, now backlinks. Now the other juicy juice.
Well, it's funny. I guess you and I were consulting with one of the same guys. I'm sure you talk to a lot of people, much like myself. I guess this was like a private guy, not in any of the YouTube groups or anything, just like a maid company, right? I guess you maybe spoke to him too. Well, he was doing something that I was implementing and he didn't think it was going to be effective, but he was just creating hyper relevant location pages, just about location. And he's like, man, dude, this is taking off for me. I can't believe it. And I was like, dude, I told you. It's crazy. I know. Get the relevance of the website on there. Yes.
You'll like this. I'll show you. Let's see if I can pull it up. Come on, share screen. So I'll give you a little peek. Number one, number two, number four, number 5, 6, 7, white label SEO company, white label SEO firm.
I love it. That's awesome. That's
a week old baby.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, so
I can't, dude. That's awesome. Good. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I've been taking a look at that. I don't want to say I've been semi-obsessed with checking out that backlink profile and playing around with that tool. And I've been doing really well with that. I'm glad you pointed me in the right direction on some of those videos.
Yeah, I've been talking to Jason about it because he's been curious. I was showing him, I said, watching my numbers. I'm on subscribers. Like today, I was at 3,840 and just hit 3,900 today.
That's awesome.
So I was telling Holly, I said, you might not admit it for traffic, but those things are indexing and they're on page 1. So I know they're getting traffic. And I see it in the subscriptions and I see it in the views and everything else. So I know it's definitely working. And then the backlinks and everything too. So I appreciate that, Jason. Appreciate it. I don't know what ZAR is, but I appreciate it regardless.
It looks like a big number.
Yeah. It's like whenever I dropped that, what was it, 5,000 pesos? They were like 5,000. Oh my God, what is this? 5,000 US dollars? It's like, no, son, it's $100. But
yeah, a couple bucks.
$100.
It's a steak dinner for one.
Yeah, appreciate it, though, Jason. Good friend. Steve, also is there a reason it shows on a desktop but not on a phone? So strange. What are you talking about, Steve? What shows up on a desktop and not on a phone? Radu. Hi, guys. Hey, Radu. Mr. Adam Poland. After watching your video earlier, can I embed keywords and anchor text in the same iframe?
Anchor text and yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I was watching that. I said, I've seen this video before.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. You gotta, only a few hundred people saw that,
Yeah, I can't believe that. It's like, that's like, it's a good trick. I'm finding a lot of success ranking GMBs using CTR manipulation without creating backlinks to them. Should I still do that?
Anytime you're seeing success, always do more of what you're doing. Because
I love it.
Yeah, dude. That's
simple.
That's it. Because every niche is different, and everybody you talk to will have a different answer for their SERP, for their keywords. I am definitely personally a firm believer that each SERP is different. Sometimes over here when I'm seeing success, you may or may not overhear. So if you're doing something and it might go against the grain, building backlinks to a GMB asset is giving you a jump, I would keep that train rolling for sure. You know, that's something I've been dabbling with. I was not, yeah.
I gave advice on something today. I was doing an audit for somebody, and I gave good Chris Palmer advice. Was they have a GoDaddy site, so immediately I'm like, throw this thing in the trash.
Yeah.
But then I did a ranking report, and I told them, I said, well, you're in the top 3 pack. So I mean, not even the 3 pack. She was in the number 5. Average ranking position was number 5. So I was like, I'm going to actually advise you on not getting rid of this and keep it, and then bulk it out with some more content, and you'll push that thing up in, because it's in a low competition area. So we'll push it right up in the top 3. Yep. And I said, now, if it wasn't where it was at, I would tell you to do a new website. Now, she wants to do another site and make a new site for Pilates. So I told her, I said, that one I would do in WordPress,
Yeah, if you're going to do a fresh build, start it right. But if fresh. Don't ever, that's absolutely. Yeah, don't take the oar out of the water if you're already rowing, Yeah,
that's why I was like, this is Chris Palmer advice here. Keep this thing. Keep it.
Yeah, keep that rolling. Jump up the internal links, bulk out the pages, freshen everything up, and watch yourself rise. That's exactly what I would have told her.
Yeah, Kyle, when buying fake GMB reviews, what questions should I be asking them?
Well, when buying fake GMB reviews, well, that's I would never do that. That's not something I would do. Definitely not for a client. So,
and if you buy them, here's a problem, Mr. Kyle. Okay, take experience. Number 1, it's illegal. It is illegal to give money for reviews. It's illegal, not just against terms of service. It's illegal, bad. So don't do it, but if you're going to do it, the problem with doing it is, let's say you get Joe Schmo to do them for you, and then you stop doing services with Joe Schmo, and Joe Schmo gets pissed off at you. And then he goes, let me drop 50 negative reviews on your ass. And now you're stuck with a really big problem. And people will do this a lot. I've had people come into the Google group and message me and say, hey, I give Google reviews, and then you don't respond to them, and then they drop a negative review on you, hoping to sell their services. So stay away from them. Stay away. Run. Sweet results after just 1 week. Damn, that's right. Chris said, what about the sandbox? Where's that sandbox at?
Sandbox. No such thing.
Yeah, no such thing.
No such thing.
Karen, awesome, will do, and thanks, William. Appreciate it, Karen. Jason, Czar is the lion cheetah money, brother. I've seen it. You've shown it to me. But it's crazy.
I like lions. I like cheetahs.
Steve, you're referring to GMB. Is there a region that it shows on desktop but not on a phone? So the GMB is looking at, it's not showing on the phone, but it's showing on a desktop.
GMB is not showing on the phone, but it's showing on the desktop.
Yeah.
Man, I personally don't think I've ran across that issue.
I've ever seen that. So yeah. Send the GMB if you want and look at that and see. Adam Poland, I see everything. Got to watch out for you, Adam.
Adam's a good guy.
Yeah, I remember, I'm pretty sure 100% I had you on before Adam interviewed you way back when I first started this channel. Local rank booster. As the schema examples don't cover all the code I want to include, can I rearrange the snippets, squeezing in more data? Also, at type for real estate agent, should this replace organization?
So let's unpack that a little bit. Scheme examples don't cover all the code. Okay, so you see that on a competition website that there's particular types of schema. So you're like, oh, what is this schema? You go and look it up and it gives you the code, but it's not filled out as much as theirs, right? Is that what I'm getting at? And then you're wondering, if I rearrange the snippets, squeezing in more data, so if I pack more in or fill it out more, am I able to basically get a better result? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yep.
So schema, let's just say this, in some industries might be different. For me, right? In a lot of industries that I'm in, the ranking benefit of schema in a lot of cases, for the amount of work and time that goes into it, the ROI might not be there, right? So dedicating a lot of time in doing this, other than just getting the bare minimum, just so it registers, getting it in there, or going in there and like really taking your time and adding everything and like taking hours, hey, it makes a great video. But as far as for like work and a deliverable and like producing a result, I would just match and mirror exactly what the competition is doing, get it on the page, try to get it word for word, and move on. Just save your time, save your budget, get your results faster. Hopefully, I hope that I understand that.
Mr. Adam, the GMB not appearing on the phone could be something to do with the locations or services. Your IP address on your desktop may not be the same and may not be the same location. It's very true.
There you go. That sounds like a very viable answer.
Jason, looking for good CTR manipulation tool. Any recommendations? Hard to scale his phone network. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm having an issue. I had a semi-custom built. I was actually talking to William about this, and I didn't want him to go out of his way. So I do have a system, but it's mostly made in PHP. I might have a little something ready. Yeah, I might have something. Yes. And then I'm hoping to rival the likes of your agency assassin, rival the likes of your Vipers, to be able to just stomp these price points into the ground with actual real traffic.
Yeah. Awesome. Can't wait. Been waiting.
Yeah, no, man. I'm right there. I'm just having a lot of trouble with this PHP. Maybe you might even have an answer for me. It's something so simple. It's just front end. Nonsense.
If you send it to me, I'll have my guys look at it. They generally figure out stuff in like 5 or 10 minutes. Usually.
Yeah, this stuff is like, I even so much like, you should see the thing. Like I went on last night, I hired 2 guys. Like I'm like, dude, this is driving me insane. Bought the script. The guy gave me a video. I'm like, went to Fiverr and I'm like, I hired one guy. He's like, okay, it's done. I check nothing. And here's what I did. SERP click. You've heard of SERP clicks.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And SERP clicked. So I was like, you know what? I just went right in there and just swooped that. So I just went serpclick.io.
Nice.
So we're going to run with. I figure we can grab some of the market share that's already there and brand recognition that's already there from tools that don't work. I shouldn't say that. That's funny.
Let's see.
Well, dude, I'm sure you've tried all these services. Doesn't it make you crazy?
I mean, to me, a lot of it just don't work. I mean, for example, since we're talking about it, someone was like, for instance, I'll give you for instance, see if I can pull it up on my handy dandy little VPN while we're here. That since I have not been used, I probably am not going to be able to hold the position.
Yeah, I actually I messaged a few people yesterday. I wanted to test out some things.
On a VPN. You guys are still here. He'll be back shortly.
What is it? Just the Wi-Fi breaking up?
Yeah, it seems like it's going down, but it's coming back. So on a VPN,
Uh-oh.
Here, but
oh no. Uh-oh. No.
yeah,
These things happen.
here we are. So without using the tools or nothing, number 4, number 5, CTR, nothing like that. You know? Just doing what we normally do.
Oh yeah, and I guess that's a limitation though. I'm not, due to the volume, I'm not going to allow. We created the APIs to be able to recycle every 2 minutes, but calculating those calls, calculating server costs, calculating the people to operate it, it's just not. It's not viable to allow that many requests on different IPs for YouTube. That's definitely a yeah, that's going to be one difference. In order to do it right, there's no way that I could have 100 users or 200 users making calls in the thousands for YouTube videos. It's just not. You'll burn out the whole network. I'm not willing to do that. I'm focusing on local businesses, Google Maps, low volume keywords for local. All the other stuff, you could probably still get movement with the bots, quote unquote, real traffic. This will be real devices on real IPs, real people performing real searches. Very largely different setup. Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, I guess it's just me. Well, let's see if there's any questions. Let's see here. So I watched a video on RSS feed. Is it beneficial to put a feed on a website to GMB post for ranking a GMB? So I think it's part of the distribution. I'm still messing around with that actually. But think about it. You're adding that feed. It's almost like, well, I'm testing. I don't want to give a guarantee, but it's looking like a positive result. Radu says, "Oh, Chris, might be something for CTR automation. Where do I sign up?" Well, it's going to be at SERPclick.io once we're ready, and I'm not gonna see. I learned a lot of lessons with other tools that I've done. I'm gonna take on super trusted people up front. I'm not going to just blast it out there. I'm going to just take it on people that I know and trust on a test basis at first. And I want to get 40 or 50 people on it, testing it. Everybody say, yes, this is awesome. Once I have 50 people say, yes, this is awesome, then I'll start taking it.
I've already talked to a couple of my people, by the way, Chris. They're like, they're ready. And I'm like, they actually already do some CTR stuff. So.
And that's a disadvantage. I know that, that's a disadvantage for us. Like the way that we're doing it, it is authentic devices. It is authentic IPs and it is authentic people. So it's, to be able to run queries in the thousands is just, that would be crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So that's a disadvantage for this particular, like YouTube. I'm steering clear because that'll blow out the whole network so fast. Like there's no way to keep up with that, to create all those personas, to come up with all that volume. That would be complete madness. I'm not doing that. That's too much, man. Let the other guys handle that. It looks like the bots are working fine. So
Give me 1 second.
I'll keep going down this list though while William's getting in there.
Yeah, what happened? I had to literally I had to turn off the entire server and then restart it back up. So
I like that background. When I first started producing, I used to use the same type, but I used to use the green and black.
Yep, you like this new intro too? This is a new intro, that one.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. A little blender.
Yeah, and then it goes into, once it does this, it goes like it.
Did you create that yourself, or did you?
I have a student that actually created it for me. I woke up and literally they had created it for me, and I was like, "That is badass."
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
love it.
Yeah, they make those in Blender. That takes a long time, actually.
Yeah, he did that, and then I was like, "Thank you, man. I appreciate that." So,
yep, like a 12-second video. And that didn't look like it was templatized. Like, you know, those guys will sell the templates for Blender and then you can plug in your logo or whatever. That looked like somebody made that one, like maybe from scratch.
Yeah,
looks really cool.
Nice. So,
yeah, it's sick, dude.
And then I started getting the background, then I got everything. I got my Stream Deck now. Love my Stream Deck.
What's a Stream Deck?
Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Watch this, Chris.
No, I don't.
You're gonna see this. You'll be like, what? What in the hell?
Or maybe I know what it is. I'm just not putting the phrase with the visual together.
Let me do this real quick, and I'll open up another window so you can see what this little puppy will do. So let's go to Google Maps. So I've just started using it myself. So let's say we're going to this place right here. And in the Stream Deck, I can go, for example, besides doing all that fancy schmancy stuff, you know, which you already like, but say, for example, I was saying something, me and you were saying something, and we beat this guy's ass, and we go, oh, when we had that video showing, you know,
yep,
like that. Or then I go like this. Okay, I want to actually show this, and we're showing this screen right here, right? And I want to zoom in into a specific area. I can zoom in and I can circle it. You see that?
No, I'm missing that one. What
I want to zoom in. You see me zooming in and moving this?
Yep.
Okay, if I wanted to point at a certain area or zoom in, I could say, you see these reviews right here?
Okay, so draw in browser.
And I can also go like this. For example, you know how you normally you use Epic Pen, you know, or EpiPen or whatever you wish to call it.
Sure.
But you can take EpiPen with this as well, and I can go, for example, and I can point on the screen.
Oh, I like that.
That's and then I can instantly delete it or get rid of it. Right? You see this right here?
Oh, I like that. So what? That's EpiPen? That particular one I like.
That's EpiPen, but you know, it's doing it with inside of this, and I can also, you know, circle stuff and say this right here, right inside EpiPen and on the screen, and then I can delete it and it goes away.
I really like that for a teaching guide, because the other stuff, I mean, I'm personally, this is just that is great for teaching.
Yep.
Like adding in like animations and that stuff, that's not for me. I think because I think there's a line between education and entertainment, right?
Yep.
People are for me, like the second one is awesome, dude. Like that's
yep.
I would go for that.
So we're starting to use that because like the animation stuff, if I'm going to be doing an hour or something, it can get boring. So I throw in some animation or whatever. But like the EpiPen and that stuff, that's what I've been using lately now. It's like instead of having to go, let me do this and that, I can literally just hit, you know, like that,
done.
Click, you know, and hit this and hit the mouse or whatever and draw on this shit and I'm done, you know. It's not hard at all to do. So and I love it. You know, I'd sit there and watch you doing the squares and stuff. I'm like, how in the hell can I do this easier And then I got the Stream Deck. So Stream Deck's been good though. Let's see here. Got some more questions coming in. All right. Radu says, not sure about using a tool, but you can scale your own network. Just requires a bit more technical know-how. That's the problem, is most people don't have technical know-how. Jason, Kyle, grab your client's email list, blast out an email with a review link with a bribe. That's one way. Adam, we answered that one. Jeff, have done reviews for a client, dropped in about a 4-week, took him from a 2.8 to 4.2 in about 8 weeks. It helped bury the negative ones, got him a reply to reviews ASAP, as William always says. Yes. So Steve says, Will, I watch your video on the RSS feed. Is it beneficial to put a feed on a website to GMB post for ranking a GMB? Ask that question at im@rankfortress.com. I'm assuming that you are a student because I did not post that on a live. Let's see. Radu. Oh, Chris might have something for CTR and automation. When can I sign up? Told you.
And again, I think we're going to, I'm definitely not going to rush it. I want to get
it good and ready, where it actually works. Because the problem is a lot of these tools, like my experience with the main tool I pushed through, it worked great if it went through the YouTube citations. That's when it worked.
There you go.
I'm not going to say any other way, but that way it worked. Now the SERP clicks and all this other one doesn't work, in my opinion. Micro workers works, but the problem is with micro workers, I can't go. I need a micro worker in Orlando, Florida, to do this, and this. It's just not going to happen. I can use it for. I can do certain things, but not everything with it. So it's very limited to me to use even micro workers. Just depends on how you're using them.
Oh, so that's an interesting topic. I do feel that having something that's in the United States is definitely more beneficial than having somebody, say, in Russia, perform a click. But still, a Russian click can still help if it's a real authentic person with a real unique profile.
Yeah.
So what are you saying, that you think it's a better click if they're hyper specific?
If brand traffic to me is one thing, but saying I want hyper specific. So if I'm trying to rank for Orlando, Florida, I personally want the clicks coming from somebody that is in Orlando, Florida, from an IP or something in Orlando, Florida, not just, hey, I'm in Florida, or hey, I'm in the States, or hey, I'm in Texas. So fuck what if you're in Texas and you clicked and found someone in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, I mean, brand traffic, one thing, brand plus keyword plus local proximity is different. So
I think that's very tough, though.
It is, and I agree.
IP and device location are two separate things.
Yep.
The device can be anywhere.
Yep.
But the actual IP, I mean, that's why we use mobile. Because that could be anywhere. So, that's an interesting statement.
Well, that's what I'm actually getting at, is the device. Where's the device actually located at? Not the IP. I know about the IP part.
Yep. Yeah. It's a very interesting. It's going to be fun, man.
Radu, I can't wait. I showed you those numbers and I'm like, let's go.
Well, and the reason why I even mentioned the SERP clicks is not because it's a good service. I've tried it. It's actually, I don't, nothing against them or whatever, but it didn't work for me. But I do like their model, like, paying on by the click, like 250 clicks is this, 150 clicks is this. I like that model. I don't know if that's how I'd rock it, but that's really how the breakdown should be, though.
Yep.
Especially when you're paying a person to sit in a chair and do this stuff, it's kind of an interesting thing.
Let's see. Jason, I haven't been able to find anything that actually works. Very true. Let's see. Liked your YouTube, Chris, on Chase Rayner's method. That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah. He
Radu.
stopped giving me donations since I made that video, so maybe it was a bad idea. He used to pop in and throw me $100 here and there, and now he doesn't even say hi to me now. That's why I took the video down. I'm like, man, my buddy doesn't even come. He doesn't even come say hi now. Chase, what's up, man?
Yeah. You and me both.
Yeah, I thought we were cool. That's all right.
No, it's all right. I'm used to it. Welcome to the club, Chris. Welcome to the club.
It's all right. I still consider him a friend, and I definitely, in some ways, a mentor. Maybe not direct mentor, but he was one of the first ones that I was watching. Like, oh, what's he using? OBS. Okay, I get OBS. You know, I don't. You know, the model might be different, and how I pitch is a lot different, but I like the style. I like what he was doing. I thought it would be helpful for me and my business.
Yep.
For sure.
Adam goes, you're a good advertisement for internet services in the USA. You never seem to cut out.
Me?
Yep. You.
Oh, well, I pay. Yeah. I have an absurd connection.
I pay a premium, but I'm sitting here going, for example, I'm waiting on this generator to get hooked up. Once that's hooked up, then I'm going to get a backup line, which is a fiber optic. So if my Wi-Fi and if that one tower goes down, I have a backup constantly. So nothing to ever go down with or without power. You still have it. Yep. Jeff Veal says, do you use virtual assistants to help, Chris? I think you have a couple of virtuals.
I do. Not at the level like William has. You know, and my objective was taking money in the front door and push out the back door for affiliate. Affiliate was only a means to a much bigger goal, just because I have bills and I need to pay stuff, it's just a money generating mechanism, but that's definitely not a long-term strategy. Not for me. It's good for money right now because I need money today and I need, but affiliate is, withholding assets and having holdings and a portfolio of domains is the true goal for me. I have one that's generating I'd like to have 3 or 5 or 10 of those types. If I could have 10 good shops, you might not see me anymore.
Tony, we do VAs. All right, told you we'll train them up for you. Fernell, and it won't even have me involved. It has Fernell involved. Fernell, I train them. He assigns them. If it's just GMB posts, they only do GMB posts. If it's a little bit of everything, they do a little bit of everything. But we do it. $300 for 40 hours.
Wow, really? That's cheaper than what I'm paying right now.
Yeah. That's why you should ask.
Jeez, I thought I was getting a good deal.
Then go to rankfortress.com, go under SEO services, virtual assistant, non-voice is $297 for 40 hours.
Wow, that's a very competitive price.
Yeah, we just started offering that about a month ago. We've already got about 20 clients so far.
Wow, that is hyper competitive.
Yeah,
don't tell anybody.
My wife is not very happy with me because we've already had to move extra furniture out of the office and put in new offices and shit. And I'm like, well, we have a gym upstairs. Might not be a gym.
Yeah. Women. Yeah.
May need a second floor, but
so you have a nice machine running over there.
Yeah.
And that's humming along.
That's what we're trying to do, man.
Well, I don't want to say cheap, but very frugal. I think you're very competitive.
You shouldn't be frugal. Most people are charging. Like if you go to Manila and try to get a VA in Manila that speaks fluent English, you're going to pay $12 to $14 an hour. And if they don't know, if you will, if they're in a province like we're at, you're generally going to pay less. Like if you go to the website and go under
Well,
Let
and
me
you have an
show you.
advantage. When I take in a new virtual assistant, I have to walk them. I
You
have
have to
teach
teach
them
them.
the process. It takes a
If
week, you know.
it takes me, says Aaron right here, non-virtual voice assistants.
What do you mean by non-voice? Like there's
In
no
other words, they
conversation?
don't they don't get on the phone, they don't answer telephone calls, stuff like that. It's
Oh,
data entry, data scraping, citation, backlinks, web design, on-page SEO, off-page SEO. All VAs are trained by William, and all of William's SOPs or processes. You're paying for one set of 40 hours per month per slot.
and how's the call track or how's the time tracking? What do
We
you?
have our own virtual assistant time clock that we created. Probably that was one of the first tools that Fresnel created,
Yep.
and it can give you your own login. It tells you what they're doing and everything. So,
And then what it has is it almost like a Trello board in there as well? You could put the certain
yeah,
processes.
he's working on that part, but yeah. But
Dude,
basically,
that's
you give
sick,
them a
man.
list. You give them a list of everything, and they do it. I didn't want to start the virtual assistant aspect up, but I told Fernellis, if you're ready for it, we'll do that too. But I just don't get me involved. Off limits.
Uh-oh.
In other words, I don't.
confident.
No, in other words, I don't want to run another secondary
Another
business. If you can run it, and you need advice, and I'll train them into my SOPs, and they're all trained in my SOPs and shit like that. But don't be coming to me, talking about virtual assistants and shit. I'd rather you talk.
You're the manager.
You're the manager. I'm just the guy that collects the money.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, $297 for 40 hours. So let's just say, anytime you're ready to test anything, just tell me. Shit.
Yeah, that's super fair, actually.
So, Radu, using your own mobile proxies, I assume, so that you have full control. It's a lonely at the top, Michael Parker. Yes, it is. It's one of the things I talked to Jason about. I'm actually trying to get Jason to move over here with me. I told him, I said, you move over here, we can grow this thing together even more, help you start your, everything up and get you pumping up even more and all this stuff. So
it's actually quite interesting. I got a message from Jason on Facebook. Have him and I talked previously?
You had he had actually, I don't know. He went to message you from what I remember, and he said he couldn't see you because he thought he was blocked or something.
He was blocked.
I don't know.
He was blocked. That's why I was wondering, because I got a message and I saw him there, and I'm like, but him and I talked on the lives.
Yeah.
I think I've even talked to him personally, and I was like, why would, because only I have my VA going there, and sometimes she'll answer messages.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. But I wonder, because I used to say, hey, if you see anything negative, block them.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, have we? Because it was always mutual.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said it's always mutual. He said, why would you block me? I said, Chris, don't block. I said, I'll block you. I said, Chris,
I usually don't. No.
I said, I've seen him let shit slide on a live that I'd be like, bitch, get out of here with it.
Oh yeah.
It's like Chris is like, they're having a rough day. It's okay. He says, rank and Rick, Chris, you've tickled my brain. Real devices, real IPs. You definitely need something in the location. How are you doing this?
I'll never tell.
You'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
Never.
No way. No. I might even, even when I open it up, that's no. That I can't. I'll never.
I don't, and I'm the same. I mean, I've told Chris this before. It's like Chris is the dude that likes to try to figure everything out. I'm the dude that gives. If he tells me something works, I go, "Here's my money." I don't need to figure out why is it working or how's he doing it. Just let's roll with it.
Well, and two, like I think there's certain people, certain angles. Like there has to be a level of transparency.
Yeah.
Like I think when we get together and I show you, I mean, like you'll probably know,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't tell anybody else.
You can't tell everybody everything. It's the same thing you've told me, Can't tell everybody everything. It's just a fact. It's a fact of life. So, Razul. It's a cool name, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Hey guys, thanks for this huge value bring every time. Appreciate it, man.
It's the goal.
Nigel, I was driving around with 6 iPhones yesterday asking myself, what the fuck am I doing?
Nigel.
Radu, sweet artwork. You talking about that background, I think. But yeah, I'm going to start mainly using the tools like Chris likes with the pointers and everything, because I like being able to zoom in and show people stuff, because I have more of a method like Chris, and I used to, when I first started watching people online, I'd watch like Chris, I watched Chase, and I watched a couple other people doing the methods they do, and I like that style, like doing the SEO audits and showing people how to do a GMB optimization stuff. That sort of tool is really, really good for that.
Yes.
So
I always, that was another piece that I always wanted to, like, I followed Ruan, like, nobody was showing client stuff. Ruan was the first person I saw. That's why, like, early on, I was like, man, the level of transparency, and it made me just fall into his world more. So that's why when I was like, dude, I'm showing, if they let me, I'm showing it,
Yeah, that's the same thing I do. I literally, like, when I have phone calls with clients and I go to record it, I say, just letting you know that this is recorded. Do I have your permission to upload it on my YouTube channel later on? Yes or no? If they say yes, I record. If no, then I don't. Usually the only ones that say no is a lawyer, or lawyers or doctors is the ones I get usually.
I just got a yes from a lawyer, so I'll be showing, because
nice.
That's next. I just got a yes, but they're real funny with the contact forms, and he's like, dude, if you show that, I will be at your house. I'm like, no, we're good. We're totally cool. I won't show it. And usually too, like, people don't notice the subtle nuances, but usually I'll scoot the URL parameter up so you can't see it in the shot.
Chase is busy making other videos. Adam Poland, William, how do I get your SOP for location pages? You go to my YouTube channel and you comment on one of the videos where I'm talking about location pages, and you say, can you please give me the location page SOP? And I will reply back to it with my email address, and then I will promptly send you over.
Hell no.
Adam, I know you're
wrong. No.
Is your name one of these names? Nope.
No. I'm sorry, dude.
Just get away. Adam's cool. I like Adam.
Yeah, he's cool.
But yeah, if you go in there and comment, I'll give it over to you. I literally go in there and answer, we'll send those over every week. So try to go them every week. We'll go through those.
You're going to force me to but give away, maybe make them a little cleaner than a text file. Yeah. I'm not as tidy as you.
I'm only tidy because I have my VAs. I mean, literally, I go, JM, make this SOP today.
See, I'm
for now, I make this, and literally, I have the team to do it. It's like, if it was up to me, like how I got the Stream Deck set up?
Yep.
I didn't set it up.
Yes, that's a massive competitive advantage.
Yeah.
Because I literally, like, not now, a lot of it's off of memory, but I do revert back certain tasks. I've created I have notepads. Some of them are in Excel. Depending on what the job is, I've moved it over to Excel, but it's usually just one or a Trello board. Depends on the VA. Oh, that's another piece.
I literally have them, like, with the Stream Deck. I said, hey, Fernell, I bought this. Please set it up. and he came in and he's like, what do you want? I want, a funny meme, a FU meme, a laughing meme, this, how do I set up the arrows, the zoom in? I even have a voice mod that I'm going to be using. So if you want to talk like a dark demon or an angel or a baby, you can do all that shit too. There's some crazy funny stuff, but if it was up to me, I wouldn't have it. If it's up to me, I wouldn't have it. It's the VAs that help me. So,
well, and I like, For me, like I mean, everybody's different, but when I see stuff, I like it's kind of like, when your favorite musicians come out and you're like, oh, their first CD was the best. And then as they grow and they get more polished, you're like, I like their old stuff. Right. I want it to always be the new, the old stuff. It's always the raw stuff. It's always that's his best stuff. And it always has
that's kind of what I've said is like, I want to get some of the polished stuff, but I also still want to keep it the over the shoulder, because the over the shoulder is what people like. And that's what I've constantly got. So, and I will be on, the SEO show on Friday, and his is really, really polished. But that is not what my people usually like. They like the show me you actually doing it. And that's what there's only really two people that actually do that I've seen, and that's yourself and me, and that's it. There's not too many people out there going, well, let me show you how to do this and how to do that. The best at it would have been, that you'll get is an SEO audit. That's the only thing I've ever seen someone saying, let me show you how to do this.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot of that. Now, in, let's say, Pakistan and India, they have a lot of it, mainly because they don't have people really helping them like, they have a benefit we have. Let's see here. Does anyone know how to build citations for service area businesses where I don't want my address showing?
So
you went over this in your video too. Yeah, you went over this in the video today too, because you said even if you have a service area business, most people, even if they're coming to your address, are going to call you before they show up. 100%. So if you're that concerned, you can sometimes get away with just showing the city and the state, but
yeah, you can submit. I mean, it's definitely get that phone in there. I mean, you can get away with it. You can submit them. I'd still put a zip in there. Definitely a zip code. Zip code, phone number, name of business, add a keyword.
Let's see what else we got here.
Just submit with a zip code and a phone number. It's not
Jason. Chris, where did you start in your affiliate journey? Any content worth consuming on it that you could recommend?
So, in a lot of that stuff, I was keeping to myself because I had a lot of fails and testing. Something that here's a piece of advice. Don't start a lot of projects all at once. That's something I did. It's not like local where you want to gradually work your way up. For me, where we found the success was all that budget that you were going to do to start multiple projects or test stuff or do whatever. Get a viable asset that's not a year in, but maybe 6 months in, that's still on a steady slope up. That's not hyper profitable, but profitable. And then get it into your wheel walls. Get something that's past that 6 or 8 month mark. That's already, it's on its way up. Like they're far and few in between. If you're looking for the right project, overpay up front because it's all that time and all that effort. You already have a proven model. Like, do yourself the favor, take 30, 40 grand, buy yourself an asset that's already producing, that's on an upswing. That's what I would do. It helped us massively. That's what I would do. There's a lot of hours and a lot of work in building up a viable asset, a lot of thinking. Get something that's already running, man. Pay the money up front. Pay the price today so you can pay any price tomorrow.
Yep. Chris Goldsmith, we need to organize an SEO battle freestyle tournament. Yeah, I did that the other day. It's like people are so boring in the SEO community. So we're going to do, you're going to like the next video I'm going to do, Chris. I'm doing it just for you.
Nice.
Just for you. You ever watch Peaky Blinders?
No.
You need to watch it. There's a scene where you're talking about putting their foot on the neck.
Yeah.
Well, in this one, they go, why? His mother goes to the gangster. He goes, why? He's like, why? Because we fucking can. That's why. And if we do, we can. And if we don't, and we let them up, and we don't keep our foot on their neck.
Nice.
I was like, Chris will like that one.
Yeah, man. You got to apply pressure. That's it, man.
Yeah.
And two, I think it's all it's a mental state too. Like you think it's fantasy competition, right? It's 3D competition, virtual competition. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of
even
fun.
Though nobody's,
I'm sitting here watching battle raps, and I'm sitting here watching these guys. I was like, man, I couldn't take that. I'd knock that son of a I'd be like, you saying that stuff to me in front of me? I mean, some of the stuff they be saying. So,
and they get in each other. Are we is that
battle
a
rap.
Battle rap?
Battle rap is where
they
get
in
in
each
their
other's
face
faces
and they
stuff?
say stuff about each other's mothers and wives and stuff. I'd be like, dude, I will knock you out.
Yeah, that's crude, man. I've watched some of them, not that particular one, but like Benzino and Cassidy and those guys get together. It's crazy.
Let's see. Karen says, William, does the 40 hours for a VA have to be used in 1 month? Yeah. I mean, technically, yes. I mean, you could ask Fresnel, send in a ticket, Karen, and I'll make sure Fresnel talks to you about it. But preferably, yes. I would not. I mean, honestly, give you an example. Advanced location pages, that takes about a week just for one city. Advanced G stack will take us about a week. Stuff like that just depends. How big is the site? It's different stuff I need to know. So, Jeffrey, $12 to $15 for his trained on the site, depending on one set of a VA can do 12 jobs that you can't stand to be realistic. Yep. And he lives in Manila, so I know exactly what his pricing is. So. Rank and Rent, yeah, we used to talk on WhatsApp a year ago about your network on WhatsApp. That was Jason saying when he used to talk to you. I got blocked because I tagged you in a post of your doppelganger. I found a dude with the same profile pic as you and tagged you saying, dude, check this out. Ha, ha, ha. You don't remember it?
No, I don't remember, but I mean, she might have just took that as a slight. Yeah, who knows? I was like, for a while there, I was like, I don't want to even see anything negative. Like, I don't even want to come into my world.
That's the way I am right now. I'm like, I don't want to even deal with it. I'm like, I literally have told my boys, I said, listen, I know these people talk. I don't need to hear about it.
Yeah, don't care.
And I've literally told them, I said, when I get aggravated at my boys, I tell them, I say, you got to understand, I'm not dealing with just this and running this. I'm also dealing with all this crap as well. So eliminate this for me so I don't have to deal with it. So,
well, and it's hard it's hard to eliminate emotion. Because again, I mean, it's just business, but it's we're humans, we have feelings, you see stuff and it's easy to get caught up. And that's not not the type of trait I like.
Mindy says, dude, I entered the live in time to hear Chris say, I'll never tell. And now I've never been more curious in my life. I have no idea of what it was even about, but now I want to know so much. Yeah. Let's see here. Jeff, how much should you pay people to do 1,500 words on Jarvis? Takes us 15 minutes to do 1,500 words, but then after you do the 1,500 words, you need to edit it, you need to optimize it, and all that other stuff. So we charge for 500 words, $25 to $75 for 1,500 words, fully SEO optimized and everything.
Yeah, so that's right. And I just I have some lead gen opportunities that I have a VA that's helping me. 42 pages, same thing. Jarvis created, optimized. I gave her $750 for 42 pages. Yeah. And they're anywhere between 1,200 and 1,750 words each.
Yeah, it's about what I do.
and I'm tight. So I thought that was a fair price.
Yeah, I do 1,500 words, and I'll tell you, basically, for most sites, you need about 20,000 extra words of content. So need an extra grand on most sites to do the content. Adam Dunn, I appreciate, brother. As soon as I get off, probably tomorrow, I'll be sending that over to you. So Jezreel, great discussion. You two are the best. I appreciate you, Jezreel. He's one of the students. I'm speaking at a mastermind here in the Philippines. I believe you're with Sir Kirk, if I'm not wrong, Jezreel.
Are you hosting your own? After I see this next one that I go to, that's something that I want to do myself. I wanted to get that's in my own, for my own personal. I was going to all of these and spending the money and going to them because I wanted to see how they run, because I know how an auction's set up. Like I know how the timeshare guys do it. I just wanted to see it. Reminds me, it's, you rent out a spot, you make sure there's a meal.
That's pretty much what I want to do. I want to do that once COVID is completely not, when I say completely done, when I mean it's open and it's not as hard to travel. I want to have you over here, Holly, and try to get Craig or a couple other guys and do a mastermind together. And because no one over here has really had in the Philippines the top guys actually come in, and what I consider the top people come in and do an SEO mastermind. I've reached out to Mads to see if he'd be interested in helping put something together, because even if he doesn't, I'm going to do it regardless. And I already got the spot, probably like Boracay, Palawan, or Cebu.
Dang, you wouldn't do it you wouldn't come to the home base? You want to come back over here?
I do want to come back over there. Holly actually mentioned doing one, I think in Milwaukee or something along those natures. And if I can, I want to. I do want to come over and do one, but this one will be in the Philippines that I'll be doing in the next, I think it's in 2 weeks. It's a 5-day mastermind. And then after, it's for e-commerce and local SEO. I'm going to be introducing local SEO to the Philippines. They don't really know much about it, so I'm going to get to teach really all of the Philippines. We're going to open it up to everybody. And
that would be awesome, dude.
Very
helpful for them too.
I would like to have you and Craig and Holly and some other people over here to do something together.
Dude, if we could get an event together, and that airfare, man, that would be brutal though, I bet. No, is it not too bad?
It's not too bad. We flew, like if it's just one person, it's around $800 round trip.
Okay, so
that's economy. If you go in a business class, then it's about $3,000 to $4,000 a plane trip, a round trip.
That's a big jump for some leg room.
If it's
I don't mind sitting between people. Like when I went to, I was like huddled between them. Like, I'm going to an SEO conference. My name's Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm actually going to probably be flying my mom and dad in here in December or January. I'm going to give them, probably business class, because of the fact my mom and dad are in their 60s.
Well, the family. So. Yeah. I'll suffer, but mom and dad.
I'm just like, give me economy.
Yeah,
I pay $4,000.
I try to get an aisle, but I
like windows. So
do you? I'm an aisle guy.
Yeah.
I want the aisle. I want to stretch.
I'm scared to death of heights, but I like the windows. So go figure.
Well, that takeoff, and then as you're coming in, it's nice.
Adam, lead gen or affiliate, but if you ever put something together as a mastermind, I definitely would want to be there. So
really,
would want to for sure.
Yeah, I really want to see, because this next one I'm going to Rockstars. It's
they're sold out too.
Yeah, sold out. They've been doing it 10 years, so I'm assuming these guys they know what they're doing, and I'm assuming that that's the price point that makes sense. So I'm gonna see, and I want to. Vegas seems like a good spot,
Yeah.
Like Vegas or Miami or something. Yeah. I don't know. I want to see how this is done. I think it'll be super
It's actually more expensive to put on than most people think, because you got to have the event, then you got to get the food, then you got to coordinate everything and all that stuff. It's not easy. So,
yeah, I'm sure there's a little bit of a margin, but I don't think it's about that. But I think holding the event and
And actually for bringing people in and learning and get around other people that think the same way. Yeah.
And you're the
It's
host
like
of
for
the party.
me, why I wanted to do it here and open up is it helps everybody. This is the VA capital of the world. Why don't they know about local SEO?
Right.
You know,
For
for
sure.
me, it's like y'all need to learn about it. I've told them long lives I've been doing with Kirk is like there's so much money to be made in local SEO that if you're not in it, you're losing big time. You're just absolutely losing.
Well, and it helps normal people. That's why I really gravitate towards it. I like it a lot more. You're helping, like you can literally get in and help somebody's business. I mean, I know that's not where the biggest margins are, but your local pet store.
I've had a lot of people say that, be like, you saved my business, you know, and it's, you know, it's humbling.
Feels good.
Adam, lead gen or affiliate, what is the best?
So it's almost like you're talking to yourself, right? What it depends on what's best for you. There's a lot of systems for lead generation. You know, there's a lot of moving parts. I've done lead generation to a degree, not at massive scale. You know, I had help with the moving parts, but I know that there's a lot going on. So with that being said, with affiliate, there's a lot of opportunity, but again, you know, curating and getting the offers. There's a lot more upfront investment, in my opinion. It's not like, you know, set up and go. So there's drawbacks with both and there's pluses with both. I think it's whatever's best for you, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot longer to me to rank for affiliate than it will, but I also think it probably payouts is better too, to me, depending on what you get involved
Well, it's
with.
a long-term asset too. Lead gen, you know, I don't know of any 10-year-old lead gen sites, but that's me. I just can't think of any.
Yep.
But I know lots of 10-year-old affiliate type offers. You know, they're still cranking away, still profitable, just part of someone's portfolio.
Let's see here. Razul. When you start a lot of projects, there's a chance to burn out internally, but it leaves you with a big internal horizon that you can use in the future when you find your niche. Very true. There has been one time, probably several months back, where I literally said I'm taking off, and I'm taking off for a month. And I didn't ask anybody. I just told them, said I'm taking it off.
Sometimes
you don't like it, you don't like it. Is there any part of your business you would not use a VA for? There's only one part that I haven't been able to really find so far, and that's the sales or the closing aspect of that knows SEO. You can find a sales closer, but do they know SEO? You know, can they actually do audits? Can they actually do website audits and then SEO audits and GMB audits? That's the big part. Jeff, is the VA course tomorrow? Today is Wednesday. No, there's no VA course tomorrow. It is on Fridays. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Jezreel, yes, I have to thank Sir Kirk for introducing me to you. He's also the best at SEO. Yeah, he does e-commerce SEO. He's the guy I refer people to usually when it comes to e-commerce, one of the people at least. Rank and Rent or Jason, how do you gents divide your day up for maximum SEO juiciness?
Pretty much from 2:30 till 8 p.m. Is pretty much family time. And then all those other hours that are available are work hours. And then I systemize my day. I try to get at least 3 to 4 of the top tasks that I have to take care of. I take care of those no matter what, and then whatever's left over I do. But no matter what, to be honest with you, I usually get to like 2. Like these have to be done, no matter what. You know, I try not to overwhelm myself.
Top priorities get done, and then the rest of it, if it don't get done, it just doesn't get done. You know. I tell people the best thing for me, because I've mentioned this to Jason before, I have never been where I was at until I met my wife. Once I met my wife, she's the reason why I can do 99%, if not 100% of what I do, because I don't have to run around like a crazy person doing the rest of it. She runs the house. She runs the construction. She runs the, design. almost everything. She runs payroll. If the team has an issue, I tell them, go to my wife. Don't come to me with that. I don't want to hear about it.
That's high frequency stuff. That's how.
Yeah, exactly. So you deal with the 2%, if you will, of stuff, or that's going to make the money. Mindy Coke, if you were starting your agency today, and could you only start with one service to offer, what would you offer?
That's tough. See, that's tough. I guess if I was only to offer one service, I think it would just be the consulting.
Yep, I agree. I wholly agree, because to me, the agency work consumes so much of your time. So for me, I would personally rather just do, if not agency work, I wouldn't do the agency work, but do the consulting and then small group consulting and private group consulting.
Yeah, it's good to. I think too, it's like have a front end of you do the consulting with a back end of like a William that has the white label, where it's like you could figure out what their necessities are, and then a lot of it you can point them in the direction with a rev share with like a William, or maybe like a Scorpion or something like this, where hey, here's quality work for a fair price, where I can make a little on top, and the client's very satisfied because they're getting what they need done for less than market value, So yeah, I like that.
Let's see what else here.
To get in that position. I haven't been able to successfully pull that off yet, but without taking work,
And I actually like doing a lot of the work. My wife's like, you like working all the time? She's like, you don't have to. I want you to retire. It's like,
oh no, that's
it's hard. I like SEO.
That's not how it's written, man. That's man must twirl in dirt.
Yeah. So if man don't work, man don't eat.
It's a must. I think that's I don't know, man. You have to go crazy.
Yep. Been to marketing seminars here in Manila. They sell for $2,000 plus. Yeah. Because, for example, whenever you're going to do it over here, we go, for one, you're going to be flying in. Then we're going to also send you to, we're going to have it in, let's say, Cebu, which is a beach resort. And then you're going to have food, and you're going to have, it's what they're selling is, if you will, where you're going to be at. You're going to be in a tropical place versus, if you will, just in the, Podunk, wherever, it's going to be, you're selling the dream per se. Is what he's getting at. Karen, William, your connection broke up earlier when answering my question. Did you? Yeah, check with Fernell about the 40 hours, but I'm pretty sure what he's going to say is no. Pretty 100% sure he's going to say no.
You hear that?
Yep. It's loud.
Louise, madness outside.
Craziness.
I live on the busiest street in this very small town, so I get it. If there's any action going on, I definitely see it.
Well, we're at the end of our questions and stuff, so let's see.
Some maybe tidying up. I have the it took me a little longer because I had other projects, but it took me a little bit longer to get everything together, because I was just going to throw it all together and say here. But then as I started doing, I'm like, nah, I better walk through this.
Okay.
So I have the, I took care of the GSA stuff.
Okay.
And also too, along with that, I've also created, the landing page, and I have free time this week. So I don't know if we want to do so I have the GSA stuff ready, and then we can do the rest of the drive stack with the cloud stack.
Put together an offer on each, and then send me the link or whatever, and then I'll drop it to everybody, and then we'll plan. Once I have it, then do you just tell me what day you want to do it, and I'll let you know. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days I don't have anything to do in your evenings. Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm free in the evenings, and I am free in the mornings as well. So on
Okay.
Tuesdays
Well,
and
Thursday
Thursdays.
evening, don't we? Isn't that that's our meet day though, right? Thursday
Yeah, I'm
evenings?
sorry. Yeah, Thursday, no.
So that's Tuesday evening. What,
Tuesday,
Tuesday evening next
Tuesday
week?
evening next week. Yep. It'll give us enough time. You get the offer together, and then I can drop it and push it.
Yeah. So for the cloud or whatnot, or for the drive stacks, like first half is done, we'll do the rest live. That way we can answer questions. We'll say for next Tuesday, because I'm free now. I'm clear now. I took care of everything I needed to. I don't know how long did that take me? About 2 weeks to catch up.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks to catch up, and then I produced. I have free day to do that, and then I produced the GSA. So that's pretty good. That's not. I can't. I don't have people like, hey, map this out for me. It's hard to.
Yeah, I understand. That's what I say. I tell them all the time, if it wasn't for my team, when they'll do it. I mean, I'm almost done with 20 new tripwires or ebooks.
That's awesome.
So, and I go write this, get this done, fill it out, then I send it over to the person to format it, and done. Once it's done formatted, I'll have 20 plus ebooks. So
that's awesome.
And it's going to cover everything from local SEO to just marketing, Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. Jason, I'm going to post this. It's funny. Jason said someone stole the timestamps. That's why.
Oh, no.
The cops are coming. The cops are coming.
That's funny. That's funny. Awesome.
Ain't got that, no, William. Yeah.
I guess my little guy stayed home again today.
I haven't heard him. He hasn't been screaming for daddy yet. So
yeah, he didn't. I was waiting. I guess he's doing a virtual call with the doctor, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay. She just told me. She wants me to go get Gatorade.
Oh, that's not good. Is he feeling bad or no?
Yeah, he's not feeling well. So I guess they're going to do a virtual meet or whatnot. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to find out, but we're going to see what's up.
Hopefully be good.
I heard little pitter patter, so he's got to be up and running around a little bit. So that's always healthy.
Jezreel, looking forward to face-to-face mastermind. Yeah, I've been talking to Sir Kirk about this for a bit, and I want him, and then try to get Chris, Holly, Craig, and some other guys over here to do a face-to-face mastermind for all the Filipinos and stuff, and anybody else that wants to come over here and stuff. So let's see. Karen, Chris, love having you on with William.
Thank you. I love being here. It's fun.
Let's see. All right, we're at the end of these questions here. It's been good, guys. We've been on for over 2 hours, so
that's a healthy one.
I never do 2 hours unless Chris is on. I don't do that crap.
I always like to get through everybody. Like, is everybody good? All right, we're done.
Yeah, almost. Oh, we're almost done. Nope, here we go again. Here we go. Yep, figure. Gatorade for Chris Jr., Link Juice for Chris Sr. That's right.
That's right, man. All right,
be the last one. Razzle, get your offer post ready. Google is now testing, giving them more exposure in search. Just read this. Have you tested it yet?
It's funny you say that. Maybe perhaps we are testing that.
Derek Gett was the guy I saw Manila Full House. Endurance Factory, thank you both. We appreciate you guys. We're going to be getting off here.
Yep. I'm going to hop
thanks
off.
for all the answers. Yep.
I'll run over and get some Gatorade for the little guy.
Take care of him, man. And get those offers to me when you get free, brother.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure. Right. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everybody.
As always, appreciate you.
Thank you, guys and gals.
Thank you, guys.
See you next time. Bye-bye.